right, y'all. So we back in the building. It's been a long couple of weeks. I definitely have a lot to touch on, and we're gonna get to that. But the more important thing is that we gotta remain ourselves, and in the end, if you continue to be consistent in who you are, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Your consistency will show through and therefore be the defining factor of how people view your character. Because no matter what time of day it is, morning, noon, night, wherever you're at, on the toilet, in the shower, be consistent. Anytime there's a situation, be consistent. And you will maintain a level of clarity that is unmatched, so to speak, because your focus will be driven home on a certain point of consistency that you have tunnel vision, so to speak, in that arena and be able to focus really well. If you know yourself, stay focused because there's a lot out here that's trying to diminish our culpability, trying to diminish our capability, trying to diminish our stability, trying to diminish our character. But all that is important is to remain consistent. When people try to test you and try to see if you really know that person, the new you, remain consistent. You don't have to continue to prove yourself. Oh, I'm like this, I'm like this. No, you'll see by the way we remain consistent in our character. So that's mainly my message. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of things are in talks, a lot of meetings are being had, and I just want to say, moving forward, that if you're not comfortable with the way we're moving as survivors, that seems to be more of a you thing than a us thing. We're not in any way, shape, form, or fashion prepared to conform to your ideology of the way things should be. We have a right as survivors to do things in the way that we see fit, and we will continue to do things in the way that we see fit. It's so hard when you have people that are trying their dangest to interfere. And like I said, that's where the consistency part comes in. Remain consistent, you know. Have your notebook, have your connections, have your meetings, have these discussions. Um, it's always been a hard road for us as survivors, and it'll always be a hard road because we face challenges that people they don't even know exist. So, but in the breaking and in that hard part, like I always say, you're gonna come through it if you remain consistent with that tunnel vision and faith that you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Nobody can tell you anything other than that. If you're moving in a positive way and you set your sights on better than what you had, you have to know something. You can always have more than what you have because you can always be more than you are. You know what I mean? These are facts, that are sometimes by the trauma and the judgment and the attempts on our lives. And, just stay focused. It's hard. It's going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. Us as survivors, we're given a gift that not many people have. You know what I mean? And that in and of itself is a gift. You know what I mean? It may seem as though it's a curse at times, but see through that. See through the pain. See through the inconsistencies. Do more of watching what people do in accordance with what they say. My main mantra in respect to that is, if your handshake ain't matching your smile, I'm not even fooling with you. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people are going to act the phony act and walk the phony walk, but it's our job to see through that. And people in general, not just us as survivors, unless you want to classify all of us as survivors, which it is, surviving through many, many different trials and tribulations. There are going to be times where we're going to feel like we don't want to make it. We're going to feel like we don't want to move forward, but you have to. It's your duty to yourself. You owe yourself better and better and better. So show up, be consistent, be on time, be focused, be driven, be the anomaly that you are meant to be. Like I said again, in the breaking, there are many times where we want to give up. You want to stop. Don't stop. In the breaking process and in the turmoil and in the midst of the trauma is where you grow. The isolation that you may be experiencing is for your benefit if you envision it that way. You know, the subconscious mind doesn't know what is real and what isn't. You know what I mean? So it can't differentiate between the two. So if you stay focused in a positive light, you're going to move towards that positive light. It's just that simple. So definitely stay focused and stay forward. I'm gonna come back with another live with the information and some facts that are pretty disturbing. But I just wanted to head up by letting you all know that everything's cool with me. Everything's swift. Everything's good. Thank you. If you're within my earshot, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Definitely thank you for continuing to show up. That's just number one. These meetings are going amazing. And I definitely want to continue this positive streak of energy that we are now entering. Definitely when you wake up in the morning, there's a lot of us that, and I have experienced it too. So, definitely, you don't have to be a part of the ditch party. You know what I mean? Be there, show up, be on time, stay focused, never give up, never give in, stand firm on your ground. You already know.